Hey everybody, it's Mark Yagi. Welcome to a weekly market pulse. Hope you're doing well. It is a green market. I'm excited. I hope you are too, but we're going into a short week. We'll see what happens over the weekend, but it seems like things are calming down around the world and markets climbed a wall of worry through this, and now they're going to hopefully climb a wall of calm. But the market never does what you think it's going to do. Let's take a look at some of the stuff we just got finished talking about here on my mastermind call. And you can see this week we had three greens and a red last week. We are full on green market this week. So things are going up and it's exciting and we are pumped up. But look at why we're excited. You've got a golden cross happening here on the NASDAQ. That's when the 50 crosses above the 200 going up. And then you've got a breakout week. Look at all these days in a row of market up, right? And the markets are closing up at their highs at the end of the day. This is a market that wants to go higher. And you can see it's broken out over the 20,204 level, which is the most recent high. And I think it's an all-time high, actually. And now it's breaking up to the upside. So there's no more overhead resistance. And we like that as buyers if we're bullish on the market. So that looks good. All the other charts are going to look pretty much like this one when you're talking about ETFs and markets. So here's the S&P 500 and basically looks the same, right? Above the most recent highs, golden cross about to happen. Lots of yummy stuff happening here, right? Dow Jones Industrial Average, beautiful break above the 200-day. Not quite the golden cross that we're expecting on the other markets and not quite near the highs, but it's going there. They all kind of have confluence at one point. So the Dow's looking good, and the New York Stock Exchange is looking great. So you got that golden cross going there. So 3 out of 4 of them have golden crosses, or at least they're pretty close, and they're all mostly at all-time highs. So a lot of good stuff going on in the market, and that's why we're green. Here's another reason we're green. The panic index is down. So we're down to 16 on the panic index. It's below the moving averages. It's coming down from these big spikes that we've had, which creates lots of panic. And I think we've got a lot of good stuff going on. Tariffs are less of a problem and less in the news. Wars are less of a problem and less in the news. And we've got probably a new Fed chair that's going to be coming in. Maybe this guy resigns and we get somebody in a little bit more dovish. And the markets are thinking that. And they're thinking also that there's 2 rate cuts on the table the rest of the year. And so with all those things happen, the market's like, well, dovish, cheaper money, more money printing makes assets go up. We'll see. That's a little speculation, but right now you can't argue with the markets on the upside direction, can you? Apple is in a downtrend from 260 all the way down to 200. That's a pretty significant move, but it's now slowing down. And as I've been saying to a lot of people, I think the support is now in. And so, hopefully it's going to come back up the other side. I don't like it when a stock is below its 200-day moving average. I'd prefer it to be above that. I don't like it when it's below its 50. I would prefer it to be above that. But nonetheless, this could be an opportunity. I'm not saying it is yet, but it's an opportunity that if we start to get some volume moving to the upside on Apple, I think there's a lot of upside on Apple. It stays above the $200 level. That helps us a lot. All right, Tesla is in a sideways pattern. It had its robo-taxi reveal. It's got some mixed reviews going on, but people starting to come back around to Elon Musk. But anyway, Tesla wants to go higher. It just doesn't know it wants to go higher. That's how I look at it. It's in a sideways consolidation pattern, and there's no reason to buy it, no reason to sell it. There's nothing going on in the volume department that's telling you that it wants to go anyway, one way or the other. Palantir, though, is really on a breakout, but it's having a correction today of about 7%, sorry, $7, almost 5%. And, that's a bit of an issue for Palantir, but maybe it's just people blowing off steam before the weekend. Notice that there's not a lot of conviction one way or the other. Even though it is in a breakout, it's not in a conviction breakout. It's not like it's going crazy, which gives you time to get in if you want. I think it's a little bit extended at this point, but at least the $7 correction gives you a chance if you want to get in. NVIDIA is right at a breakout zone. It's in fact breaking out. It's got 5 days in a row, a couple of gaps up this week above the 153 level. That's the all-time high. And NVIDIA's, heading to be the most valuable company in the world. And it's for good reason. It's all about AI, right? So everybody's chasing NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is putting on muscle. AppLovin has had a bad 3 weeks. I know there are a lot of people that love AppLovin, but right now there's not a lot of loving for AppLovin. As it came down, it's testing that 200-day moving average. It's doing it on low volume. You'd like to see a little more conviction around the 50-day moving average, but nonetheless, you'll take it because it's got 98 relative strength and it's above the 50. So that's good stuff. All right, Broadcom, it's doing what the chips do. Broadcom, NVIDIA, even AMD, some of these other companies, they're all in the chip business. They're all trying to take advantage of this AI stuff. And Jensen Huang, who is running NVIDIA, is basically saying, look, we're at capacity. Like, we can't make any more chips. What does that mean? There's not a lot of price wars going on in the chip business. People need chips. People need AI chips. And Broadcom is benefiting from that. And it's on a breakout right now. Will it go higher? Love to see a little bit more volume, but right now you can't argue with the price action. Robinhood on a breakout since 67 bucks, and now it's at 82. Been talking about this one for a few weeks, and you got to love this little check mark move, right? The little check mark, and it's going up, and it's probably going to chug up a little higher toward 100. I don't know how much strength it will get going up there, but right now I like the profile. I like what's going on with Robinhood. MicroStrategy is now in a little consolidation. It's kind of bouncing around a 50 moving average. It's, doing what Bitcoin is doing, and MicroStrategy is doing some incredible financial engineering kind of things, and is, I think, changing the world when it comes to financial engineering using Bitcoin as a business strategy. And I think it's going to work. We'll see. There's a lot of other companies that are trying to mimic MicroStrategy. So tell you what, I'll leave it right there for you. It's been a great week. We have a short week, and I hope you have if I don't talk to you, have a fantastic 4th of July, a wonderful holiday with your family and friends. That's what it's all about. It's not all about this money stuff that we talk about on this channel. That helps you enjoy the people that are around you and love the people around you. And the more you have of that, the better your life is. So have a great weekend. Great holiday if I don't see you. But otherwise, talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in to the Market Pulse for this week. Take care.